Hey guys, it seems like every day I'm being asked questions about purchasing security cameras and NVRs from the grey market on vendors such as AliExpress, eBay, or even Amazon. Let's look at the risk, how to spot grey market products, and how to mitigate those risks if you want to purchase from these sources. So what is the grey market when it comes to security camera gear? These are products which are sold as international versions by unofficial distributors. They are intended to be sold within their own country, and these products are attained somewhere within the distribution process from individual people to large wholesalers. Most of the time they are ready to be sold to consumers, but sometimes they could be received as parts which need to be assembled before shipment, and sometimes they are just received as cameras which need mounts, user manuals, hardware, and so on before they are being sold. They could even be unbranded with no labels. Cameras are then prepared to be sold to you, saving you big money on branded markups, fancy shipment boxes, and the middleman costs. So that sounds great, right? You get the same product for 25 to 50% less. Well, it's not that easy. Grey market business places aren't as regulated as authorized retailers. This means you might not get the exact product that you were expecting. Some parts may be knockoffs, the mounts that may be supplied from a counterfeit location, or the internal parts may be replicas. The brand is not going to honor a warranty from a grey market product for obvious reasons. So let's look at the risks. Normally grey market entails you don't know if you're getting the exact product that you paid for in the way of hardware, like in the previous example. Also, the firmware may not be upgradable because in many cases you need access to the camera's country firmware to make this update. This means no security vulnerabilities can be fixed if one arises. Thirdly, there's no warranty. The ad may say there's a warranty, but once the time frame is expired for you to return or leave feedback, you are 100% on your own. Fourthly, any shipping costs will fall on you. If there's a problem with the product and you need to ship it back, you will be responsible for paying the shipping. The seller may disappear and leave you with nobody to send your angry emails to. You may be responsible for paying any duties or import costs depending on the country in which you live. Next, there may be possible long wait times for your product to arrive, and the shipping may be expensive. A lot of vendors use DHL these days, which means you'll get your product within 5 to 7 days, but regular post may take up to a month. A grey market product could also mean something else, a little more risky but less probable. The device may contain malware. Sellers can load software onto the camera with the intent to access it or spread it to your system for illegal activity. So let's look at the signs for identifying a grey market product. If you're on eBay or AliExpress, then there's a good chance the products are grey market. An inaccurate ad might also be an indication. The title may say it's a 4 megapixel camera, but the description may say 3. If the ad isn't proofread for quality, then chances are the product will not be. I try to avoid these poorly created ads because you don't know exactly what the heck you're going to get. Next, if brand names are blurred out in the ad, this is an indication that you probably won't receive a genuine product with a warranty. If the seller specifies the product is not upgradable, then this is an obvious indication. Vendors may also do the opposite and say, yes, this is upgradable, which makes you wonder why they do that, because the product should be upgradable by default anyways. This does not need to be highlighted. If the seller specifies that the firmware is in English, this is an obvious indication that it's grey market. This means they went ahead and updated that firmware to ensure that English is on there. This used to be a problem in the past when grey market products would often arrive with Chinese firmware. If you live in North America and you have a camera with CH in the serial number, then you have a grey market product. Not the serial number on the box, but the serial number located in the SADB tool. It's obvious why a lot of people are passionate about getting genuine products. I get that. I also see the irony in buying a security product with some risks. These products are not illegal and they can function exactly as the real deal, and sometimes are the real deal, just shipped in different boxes. But is it worth the risk? Can't really answer that for you, but if you're willing to accept the risk and buy a grey market camera or any camera gear, you can protect yourself somewhat against getting a complete knockoff or a fake or not getting anything. And you can do this by selecting a vendor that has a lot of positive feedback. Let other people's experience guide you. Read their comments and see what they're saying. Be wary of new vendors. A seller may pop up one day and disappear a week later, leaving you with a bad product or nothing at all. Also look for upgradable products, and when they arrive, upgrade them and change the password right away while you're still under the seller's protection plan. For example, AliExpress will give you so many days to confirm a product. Some cameras and NVRs need to be activated, which is a security feature to keep the seller from adding malware to their product. You can also buy one product from a seller, test it out, and once you're happy with it, then you'll be more comfortable buying more from that vendor. I purchased a lot of cameras over the past 5 or 6 years on the grey market. I've had no issues. That's not to say that I won't. I've seen a lot of ads that I wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole because they just have bad news written all over them. And I've also heard stories of people buying these types of cameras and having them bricked when they're trying to do upgrades. If you're new to security cameras or not a technical person who may require help, or if you're not exactly sure what you're buying and you may need to return the product, then I totally recommend purchasing through an authorized dealer. The extra dollars will be well worth it. If you're purchasing an expensive NVR, again, an authorized dealer might be the best way to go since you may want to have warranty on that. These resellers can be found by Googling the camera brand, plus the country, plus authorized retailer. On the other hand, if you're looking to save some money, you're comfortable with the products, and you're okay with the risks, then the grey market might be okay for you. The grey market, however, does have some competition on its hands. The cost to build quality cameras is decreasing and the demand is increasing, and additional companies are coming online with superior products and better costs. I hope you found this information valuable in helping you to decide if you should venture into the grey marketplace. I'll put up a couple of links on my blog at newfreport.com with more information on these grey market cameras and NVRs. If you'd like to share your experiences with me, please do so on my blog or on my Facebook page. I'll put that in the description below. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see what else I'm up to, please subscribe to my channel.